Some of you are probably starting to wonder, why should I even bother with meditating? It looks pretty boring, kind of just sit there, looks like it might hurt. What's the point of it even? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's get into it.
We are the tribe that they cannot see. We live on an industrial reservation. We are the Halusa Nation. We have been called the Indians. We have been called Native American. We have been called hostile. We have been called pagan. We have been called militant. We have been called many names.
Let's break down
We are
the top
the
3
Halusa
reasons
Nation.
why you've got to start doing this right now. So reason number 1 why I think this matters so much is because when you learn how to meditate and when you start practicing, it starts to put you in the driver's seat. You start to be the one behind the control panel. Instead of just being run by this machine, being run on impulses, being run on desires, on urges, on addictions, it gives you a little bit of distance to see that you can actually start to press certain buttons, and you can actually be the one to start to take control of the wheel and start to steer this ship in exactly the direction you want it to. Start to steer it away from things that are maybe dragging you down in life, and start to steer you towards things that maybe lift you up in life and give you what you want out of this life. So number 1 starts to give us that ability to distance ourselves from our thoughts and from our emotions and from our habits and from our addictions and our urges, so that we can start to actually control them. We can start to gain control over our thoughts, over our emotions, and over our habits. I don't know if you guys could tell, but this is pretty much straight up. I feel like I'm walking up 90-degree angle. Oh man. But the journey to the top is, you know, something deep and insightful right there. We'll edit it in. So, number 2 is, this is basically a superpower. This will make you stand out like nobody else. Learning how to meditate, learning how to have that monk-like focus, learning how to just be good and just be fine wherever you are, and just be happy and feel good inside yourself without a need for a stimulation. You don't need a phone, you don't need Netflix, you don't need YouTube, you don't even need somebody to talk to. You're just good. You're just fine. Everything is good inside of yourself. When you have this dialed in, it is basically unlocking a superpower within you that almost nobody else has. And it puts you in that top 10% of people. When you're dating and you meet a cute girl and you're talking to her and you're able to just hold that focus with her and be totally in the moment with her. When you're getting interviewed for a job and you're able to be dialed in with that person interviewing you, and there's not all this background noise of thoughts, so you're able to access witty remarks and good stories and good things about yourself. This gives you something so crazy and so special that almost nobody is taking the time or effort to tap into, that it really makes you stand out so much. So the third thing that this really unlocks for you is that it helps you pull yourself out of any rut that you can find yourself in. Whether you notice or not, us as people, we have this tendency to get caught in certain ruts, certain grooves of thought or grooves of behavior, of habits. And when you learn how to meditate, when you start practicing this, it helps you clear the canvas and get yourself ready for a fresh new start, so you can pull yourself out of these ruts, pull yourself out of these habits of thoughts and of behaviors that we get caught inside of. That's all I've got today. I would love for you guys to leave me a comment, leave me a message. Let me know how you feel about any of this. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I'll see you guys soon. As always, stay on top of your mind. Peace.
Yellow tinted lenses in a pink gelato.